They have had hot spots right here on this side of the wall.
If there are any spirits in this theater, can you please make these rods cross?
There's not even hesitation. You hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I know. It's going off! Right now!
What the heck?
The historic Poncan Theater is located in Poncan City, Oklahoma. After existing for nearly 95 years, the theater is no stranger to the paranormal. Throughout all its years as a theater, people have been drawn through its doors for the unique experiences you can have here. People have reported cold spots, mysterious gusts of wind near no vents. There have even been reports of mysterious shadow mist figures on the second floor balcony. With its rich history of segregation, a death during a live show, and a woman passing away just weeks after having a heart attack on the second floor, many stories have surfaced, causing for the local population to commonly call the theater haunted. Tonight, we're here to test the stories using various tools and equipment. We're going to find out if there's any truth in these stories, or if it's all just an urban legend. It's time to take you beyond the veil.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. They did most of the renovations in like the 90s, but they have done some little improvements here and there ever since. Yeah, we try to keep up with it.
So, how old is the location actually?
It turns 95 in September.
95. Wow.
95.
I didn't realize it was that old.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
It was opened in September of 1927. We'll start with something that's already been debunked.
Okay.
So up here we have the ghost blood. They originally started to paint this over during the restoration in the 90s, and it came back with this like green stuff in it, and it turned black. Well, they went over it again and again and again, and it just kept turning green and black. So there was some speculation, because there have been some people that passed away in the building, especially just above this area, that this was the blood of ghosts that did not want to be forgotten. The truth of the matter is that the popcorn oil used to be stored right above this area.
Oh, okay.
So the oil at some point spilled onto the ground and soaked through, and here it is 90 some years later.
There's been a lot of oil.
It's a lot of oil.
Is that like still live wet right now? Because it looks
wet, but it's not. It's just shiny because of the way that the oil interacts with the paint.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's a way to fix it. We just haven't gotten around to it yet. Everything has.
Might as well leave it at this point. It's been there so long.
It's a good story. I'm a purist as far as like history goes. There's a little piece of me that it bugs me when I walk in and I still see the walls are red and we don't have the original colors. I just like that cool nostalgic thing. You walk in a building and it looks exactly as it did when it was built. We'll get closer and closer, but it'll never quite be exactly the way it used to be.
Right.
One of the big things is the seats. We used to have like 1,200 seats in the theater, and that was partly because we didn't have downstairs restrooms. Back in the 1920s, it was extremely embarrassing to have to use the restrooms. So like people, I guess, held it until they got home. I don't know. But it was so embarrassing that they only had little tiny restrooms upstairs for the people that just had to go and couldn't wait.
Right.
And the concession stand wasn't here, so they had a candy shop next door where my offices are now. And the kids would come in and get their seats and save their tickets, go around and buy the candy and the soda and come back in.
Okay.
With stuff. So, and a barber shop used to be on this side. We actually had the original barber shop sign over here in the hallway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Cozy Barber Shop. The original sign right up here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is the barbershop, or is that like actually in here?
It was, well, this door used to not be here, so it was this area. Ford, where we now have like a radio station. We have 2 radio stations with their studios down here, and their marketing team rents from us and uses the offices upstairs.
So what's the story with this doll? It's looking at me weird.
She's actually demon possessed.
Oh,
yeah? No. Shirley Temple, this doll was won by a young lady named Laura at the Murray Theater, which I believe was owned by the same people as the Poncan at the time when she won. The Murray Theater since has disappeared, and we are the only original like old theater in Ponca City. And when Laura was about to pass away, she was talking to her daughter about this doll, and they decided to donate the doll to the Poncan Theater so that the doll would come full circle. She came from an old theater, so she's going back to a theater.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. To have one this size, they have different sizes of Shirley Temple dolls, and have one of this size and this condition is a really
that
big
one's
deal.
in really good condition.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
She freaks out the kids a lot, though.
I can imagine. That thing moves tonight.
A lot of people swear that she moves.
Have you ever noticed that like maybe her arms have come back in like a different position than the day before?
No, I've never seen her move.
You think you'd notice something like that?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
And we have a camera over there that's almost pointed right at her, so if we ever saw her move, we could see if someone did it or if it happened by itself.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. They found that during the renovation. And then most of where you see the beautiful ornate designs on the ceiling, those are actually air conditioning vents.
Oh, wow.
So that giant, there's actually a big room just above that dome, and it was just a giant air conditioner. Downstairs, there hasn't been a lot of activity. The only thing that anybody's experienced would be myself, and I think there was one paranormal investigator who heard a voice while he was in the booth back there. And you guys are welcome to go in there. I'll even show you how to turn on and off the lights in here.
Okay, that was another question I was gonna get to. I want it dark.
I had a feeling on the back of my head where there is no air conditioning units, like there's no airflow really in that area right next to the double doors. And so that was just a weird sensation, but I wouldn't say that I thought it was necessarily paranormal. We have 4 dressing rooms, well 3 technically, but you can split this one in 2 to make it 4. We have 2 restrooms down here. This spot is apparently really heavy with activity. Yeah, this one. This is all part of the barber shop.
It's really cool. They preserved and reused a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
What is that room?
Oh.
I'm just.
It's kind of scary when you see some.
Yeah, I saw the door and I was like, ooh.
Got some lights on. So this is the pit.
The pit.
The pit. This is the apron of the stage just above us, and the apron descends on these hydraulic pillars, so they can come down to about this point, and orchestras will use the stairs that come from here.
This is not creepy at all.
No, not creepy at all. Yeah, so soda dripping off of the edges really creates a special effect.
Yeah, the atmosphere is nice.
Mm-hmm. There is a lot of air movement down here. I'm not exactly sure why, but it probably has to do with the AC units and stuff. I know one of the AC units sucks air into that area there, so it probably pulls air from underneath the building. So this area is supposedly a really haunted spot. There have been many paranormal investigators that like to leave their little pods here, and they get a lot of feedback from it in this area.
Do you have any theories as to why that could be?
I don't know. I did learn this today. Okay, you guys are the first guys to know this. In this spot. I'm getting chills. Okay, so in this spot, there was a hole in the stage. And they had an elevator here to use for magic acts and touring vaudeville shows so the performers could come up through the stage, it's very unique for a theater that's as old as us to have a lift like that. I didn't know that until today, and it makes sense now. Many individuals have been leaving the room, looked back one last time, and seen a shadow ascend very quickly from here to there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. We're definitely
I'm getting
gonna check that one
chills. I never put two and two together.
That's weird because like the REM pods or whatever is like when like spirits or energy pass through it, so it could be somebody like going up, triggering
Yeah.
a REM pod, whatever.
Yeah.
To do that.
So this is off limits for the investigation.
Okay.
I can show you guys before I leave what it looks
Okay.
like back there. They have had hot spots right here on this side of the wall and then on the other side of the wall, but never at the same time.
Interesting.
And there's no electrical here that we know of.
And there's no like hot water pipes or anything?
No. Also, this is where Frances fell,
Oh, like right here?
like on the other
Yeah,
side.
this is
Oh,
when you
wow.
said she might knock at us tonight or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, this door, another paranormal team came up these stairs and forgot that they can't get back here. So they took the doors and like went like this and they shook them, and then they knocked. And they
Imagine if we
waited
just
for a
heard a
while.
knockback right there.
So they waited for a while and realized like, okay, we can't get back there. And just kind of sat here for a while to like talk to the ghosts or whatever. They got no feedback. They walk around the corner again, ready to go downstairs, and they hear the exact same noises come back at them. They heard the doors shaking first, and then they heard the knock that they knocked.
Interesting.
It sounded so much like a person was doing it. They asked me to make sure that no one was in the offices that night. And when I talked to the honorary people in this office that might have been the ones that did it, they weren't here that day. Yeah. This is where our haunted
You like
seat is.
pulled your hand away from that real quick, did you?
Yeah.
You get a little nervous.
I get a little nervous with her. There's a lot of stories about this seat, which is why I kind of have a little bit of a reverence for it. I've even talked with the board. I sponsored this chair for when our new chairs were going to come in, and I said, "Hey, I sponsored that chair, so can we save it?" And they said yes. So
So you're gonna replace all of them except for that
except for
chair?
the haunted chair,
That's
we're gonna
really
do
cool.
what we can do to keep it in place.
So, what is the story? Because I know that there was a young woman that apparently passed away during a show.
Yes, this is
And-
in the days of segregation. I believe in the 60s, sometime around there. They were showing a film. The film ended. Everyone left, and they thought that this woman had fallen asleep, but she had actually perished in her seat. There have been many people that do not believe in ghosts, cleaning up late at night on the stage, look up and see a lady dressed like an old grandma. I can't remember how they describe her outfit, but something that sticks out is one of the guys said she had grandma shoes.
Oh wow.
And he even called out to them to find out why they were here and what they were doing. No answer. He came upstairs later to try to catch them, and no one was here. The same person was cleaning upstairs one time and looked up, and he was about where the edge of that wall is right there, right next to the aisle. He looked up and was that close to her, and that's how he kind of
Have
understood
any
what
of
she
the
was wearing.
employees here said that they've seen her, or is that just like
No.
older stories?
Not recently. There was apparently a special needs child who was asked to sit in the chair, and he refused and kept saying, "Scary lady, scary lady." Which is kind of creepy. Other activity up here, many people in this area, they take a picture this way, and there will be a tall figure that stands about this height. Like, it's like a normal person height in front of the bar, but it always has the bar in front of it. So there's like a wisp of smoke of a tall figure about right there. It looks like a person, but it also looks like smoke, and it's behind the bar.
Very interesting.
Do you have a theory on that?
I don't. It's really
Have
weird.
you seen the photos?
Yeah, and I agree. There's at least two separate photos of
And
in
they're
the
both
same
like
area.
pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That it's actually like, if it's a fluke, it's a fluke. But the fact that there's more than one and they're similar, that's very cool.
Yeah.
That's very, very cool.
So this part is rented out. Have more posters over here. So the part where it gets hot sometimes, the hot spots.
Oh, it's right here. Okay.
Yeah, here and then off side of the wall. She took her last steps on that staircase over there, and when she laid down, she managed to get over to a couch that was right here. And this is where she laid down as she waited for the boy to go get his father. So it's odd that this is one of her last moments in the theater. Show you guys how to turn the lights off.
Very creepy. Where do you want to start?
Let's start downstairs, work our way up. I feel like that makes sense.
Are you like terrified at all right now?
Not yet.
I'm kind of freaking out. Or the last one. I don't know which one's less creepy.
Well, you're filming, so I'll go first. Holler if something grabs you.
That's a weird picture. Very creepy. So you see anything in the seat?
You want to do like a dry run with the lights on and then maybe come back
Let me
with...
see if I can see anything. I don't see anything up there. Let's go downstairs. So right here is where the vortex would be. So right here is where he says they see the black shadows just rise up. You got anything?
Just, it
Yeah,
bounces.
sit it on the ground and let's see if anything happens.
I feel better about moving in here to this spot, honestly.
You know, later on, I really want to get a REM pod. So I'm imagining maybe putting a REM pod like right here, because you said the shaft is like potentially. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
So the shaft is potentially right here, and I would like to have it like right here, maybe cat walls on the other side. We'll have all the lights off so we can see if anything happens. I'm not getting really anything.
Didn't he say there was a hospital here in the hallway?
Oh. I swear to God, I heard like a very faint, like something, like someone exhaled or something, or a breath, or maybe a whisper. I can't open that. It's creepy. Yeah, there's like.
It's weird right here. I know he said there was a hot spot and then towards up there, that's the only place that he felt and he knew the AC was off. Right there would go up.
It absolutely is. I stand right here. Look, immediately.
No, I know. I watched it earlier. I'm just saying,
Like,
I don't
it's
have...
very small amounts, but
Right.
watch. It's at 0.07 right now. Walk right here. 0.2.
Yeah, I was hitting 15 at almost the center of that hallway.
This goes off in my hand. I'm like freaked out.
Right here is the only thing that we've really gotten anything with so far.
That doll is the scariest part. All right, so we got a REM pod, we got dowsing rods, and cat balls. So these cat balls, literally, turn them on. If it moves, it's gonna light up. When it's been sitting for a while, it just sits off. So it's a little motion sensor. When you break the field, it lights up, right? Can you see me all right?
Yep.
Are there any spirits here, like contact us? If you come over to our pod right here, come close to it. Little box on the ground. Come close to it, it's gonna light up. We're gonna know you're here. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you hear?
Just like it
Yeah,
was off in
like
the
right over here in this corner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really getting anything on EMF. I'm getting.
It sounded more like a male. Like it wasn't like a.
Yeah, it sounded like a male, like exhale.
Right.
You just turned it off?
Yeah.
Let's do one here. I'm gonna put. I'm gonna shut that up real quick. Look. Right. Good actually.
Give me nuts so that one did that earlier.
Huh?
So it's pretty nuts that one did that earlier.
Yeah, I know. It's going off! Right now!
What the heck?
Right there's the shaft. That's
It
sick.
went off again.
That is sick. Scary, but sick. Don't touch any more doors. Also, you have to be the one to sit in that chair.
The one closest to it?
I want the one further away.
Damn, I know.
Bro, it's going off again. I literally just demonstrated while we're setting up. I have the footage, but I literally just demonstrated how hard it is to set the thing off. What do you see?
What do I see?
That's what it said. What do you see?
Oh.
Alright. All I hear is this. Go ahead.
Okay. Are there any spirits in the room with us?
Want you.
Are you a good spirit? Was there ever an elevator here in this room? Are there spirits
You got me.
in this theater?
Might be something like that.
Oh. What do you mean there might be something like that?
Harry?
Is your name Harry?
10. That's pretty sick. Alright, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. Did somebody die in this theater?
Shh.
Do you want me to stop talking?
Why? Nice.
Nice one. Do you like to
I'm
talk?
just getting random noises. Bad memory? Personal?
Is that a personal question?
That's happening?
Do you want to communicate with
Whisper?
us? You just start whispering.
It's me?
Who is me? Who is me?
Creep.
I'm not a creep. Who is me? Who is me? What is your name?
Lethal.
Do you have a name?
Wow.
What's surprising?
I'm a zombie. That's what it said.
Yeah.
Are you in this room?
Do something.
What do you want me to do?
Crazy.
Are you behind me?
Sam.
Who's
I think it said Sam or Dan. Can't tell.
Are you in this room right now? Who is Sam?
You're being too loud.
Sorry. Are you in this room with us? Are you in this room with us?
Save me.
Save you from what?
Myself.
What did you do to yourself? What did you do to yourself?
I don't know what it said. I heard something, but it sounded like F you.
I'm sorry. What did you do to yourself?
Positively.
What?
Bro!
Oh my god, I have to turn on a light. That was the clearest chill I've ever felt in my life. Like, full on gust of wind, like that hard, and I jumped up. I kicked that cat ball, who knows where, and then that one went off. Oh my god.
The crazy thing is the one right there never went off.
Oh. Is there anything here with us?
Blast.
What's your name?
Freedom, I can hear you.
Whoa! What was... What? Careful! Bro! Can you...
You
Oh,
can see it on there.
I'm so sorry for freaking out. But, oh my god, like, I heard something like right here, like this area go like, you said...
It's so cold right here.
I'm gonna flush like a brighter gun. Dang it.
Dude, that's...
It's like I got scared because I knew as soon as your headphone was on, it's like you're cut off from me, right? So it made me feel alone. What are you at? All I said was, is there anyone here with me? And all you said was blast. And then I said, what is your name? And then you said something.
This is still going off, man.
And then you said something, and I don't know what you said, and then you said, I can hear you, and I heard like whispering over there, and it was like very clear. It's going off again. They're both going off. Dude, that is like...
That's so
Here,
weird.
film with this.
Okay.
The fact that both of those are going off at the same time, like this, literally, if you touch it, it'll move, but you have to be like, it doesn't just go off, like, look at that. But this one, you have to actually move it.